The Huey Cam. Featuring the best of Lamont and Tonelli on 107.7 The Bone.
We've got the best bands on the radio in here right now, Paul.
Yeah, the Lowrider Band. They're going to be at Yoshi's San Francisco for a couple of shows tonight, 8 and 10 o'clock.
And the best comedians.
And 10 o'clock tomorrow night.
In the studio right now with Dom Irrera. And Dom, I got to ask you something.
He's going to be at the Punchline at the Embarcadero Center all weekend long as well.
Dom, you've been in comedy for a long, long time. Do you still call New York home?
No. I call, I'm from Philly.
Oh, you're from Philly.
This guy says to me one time, he goes, he was rejecting me for a TV show, and he goes, listen, man, he said, you're too much of a New Yorker. He says, people aren't going to get you outside of the city. You're so, you ooze New York. Your essence is New York. I go, I'm from Philly. He goes, oh, sorry. Just walks away. I don't have any other reason to reject you. I guess I just don't like you there. But I live in L.A. with my real friends, other celebrities, where we all talk and nurture each other and care for each other.
Does that kind of change for you when you go from being a Philly guy to living in Southern California and L.A.?
Oh, it's been a long time since I lived in Philly. I like L.A. I mean, it's one of those things, like, it's not hip to like L.A. It's like my friends from New York. It's not, do you like L.A.? It's like, do you like L.A.? Really? It's like, man, what has happened to you?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm thinking, yeah, well, because I don't like the smell of urine when I walk out of my door. Boy, do I miss that.
Now, these guys created all the war music based on like kind of a Southern California vibe. Were you a big fan of...
Absolutely, yeah. Kidding? Every side, I'm telling you, I hear one chord of one of their songs, and it brings back a lot of memories, and they're great.
Do a little low riding?
I like low ride. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm glad I know that you guys are playing, because I'm going to come and see you whenever I can.
Yeah. Hey, and the reason I ask you about New York, have you heard about the latest law in New Jersey now?
What's
They're
that?
going to ban women from getting Brazilians?
Yeah.
Getting Brazilians?
They're going to ban waxing in New Jersey. A couple of women complained they got infections, so now they're going to ban Brazilians in New Jersey.
I thought you meant the people from Brazil. I don't know what it is about those Portuguese-speaking people. I don't need them in my country. Yeah. I'm not as hip on waxing as you two guys are, apparently. I guess maybe you've been in San Francisco too long. Now, did your thong get tight when you're sitting there at the console?
Oh, I'm free-balling right now. I'm free-balling right now, Dom.
I was wondering what that smell was. Free balls. Yeah. Welcome to San Francisco, guys.
Freedom shaving mine.
Well, these guys were introduced to San Francisco long before free ball. They go back to the free love days.
Yeah.
Free ball.
Yeah.
Before AIDS.
Before AIDS.
Just when syphilis, everybody had it.
I think we eradicated it, maybe.
Yeah. So when you guys, you've been to San Francisco before, you were sharing a few stories. When were you guys here?
Well,
the first time, what was your impression of San Francisco?
The first time we came up here, we were with Eric Burden, and we came to San Francisco. Blew my mind totally. Just the most freakiest place on the planet.
Yeah.
You could get from L.A. to San Francisco for $10 on Southwest Airlines. PSA.
It's only $39 now. That's not bad.
PSA. $10. So,
They gave you a
we did
meal?
our first album up here at Wally Height at Spill and Wine. We recorded it in San Francisco.
Really?
Well, the $10 airfare, but BB over here is talking about hitchhiking from Southern Cal. You couldn't afford the $10?
He didn't have $10.
13, yeah, we was 13. We had horticulture. We had a horticulture class, and I was the president. We're going to get a record deal, right?
Yeah.
Me and George Pena. Hey, George, if you're out there, BB's back in town. Come see me at Yoshi's. And bring those 5 little girls with their fingers in their mouth.
They're in their 50s now. I got news for you.
Yeah.
They don't even have teeth in their mouth.
Bring me a skingy brim and a silk shirt and some silk pants. Like
You going to jail?
I was just going to ask you, how long have you been out this time?
About 9 years old.
I didn't go in. That was Harold.
Have you guys found that the groupies have changed over the years?
Yeah, they're older.
They're dying of natural causes now.
No, really, they're seasoned.
Seasoned.
Yeah, you like with wine to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a 75-year-old who came in last night. He was a manager's old lady, right? She said, "You remember me?" And I said, well, "Take your teeth out. Let me see."
What a romantic.
It ain't wine, it's vinegar.
More like cheese.
cheese.
And Lee Oskar.
Yeah, like cheese.
Cheese and wine. Great.
That's San Francisco.
There you go.
Wine and cheese party.
We've come full circle.
Very common.
Wine and cheese tonight with the band at Yoshi's. And Lee Oskar was talking about being at Ground Zero, Haight-Ashbury in '67.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, I was here at 11, man.
Yeah, right into
And
the
I
mic
was
there.
like-
Yeah.
Well,
There we go.
Back then, they gave me this thing here that got me really messed up. I'm serious, and I had to feel the grass and make sure I was still sitting there. When I came into Haight-Ashbury, I got arrested for public nuisance and loitering.
Yeah.
Really?
Arthur Garrett's batch number 624. I never forget. I'm serious.
Was it your booking number? No.
No. And
Bad 624.
batch number 624.
Okay.
And
Retired now?
I don't know where he is, but he arrested everybody with long hair, and I was the only one that didn't plead guilty. So I had the Danish consulate, I had the American Civil Liberties Union, and Richard Wettheimer, or whatever his name was, but the 5 attorneys representing me. So I had to stay in San Francisco for a whole year. Fighting this case.
Hey, Lee.
What you got?
Can you tell them about when you went to the Black Panther party and did?
Were you the only white guy there?
Actually, that's true. There was a place called the Printman in Haight Street, and I was hanging out there, and these cats came up to me and said, "You want to go to this party?" So sure, I'd go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I hitchhiked up to Oakland
Yeah.
Hills, and they had a big party for Huey Newton. And I met Huey
Panthers.
Newton, and I had a great time.
Kind of like
party.
Kind of like
And then I
Forrest
went,
Gump.
but check this out. Then I went. I finally found these people in Redwood City that took me in. I got off the streets, and all I wanted is peanut butter sandwiches and chocolate milk, eating sticks. I mean, that was like my fantasy to eat that. And I'm watching TV, and I see Huey Newton and this whole thing they were going through, and I said, "Damn! Thank God for naivety. Thank God I was naive, because had I walked in there with all the propaganda and seen fear, I could have gotten hurt."
Dom, have you ever been to a Black Panther party?
Let me tell you, Angela Davis, a wildcat in bed. That
I don't
girl,
believe it.
It was unbelievable. I used to spin her on top of me like a top.
I don't believe it.
You know, but-
Did she pull out her legal file?
Oh, out of her.
Not
Just
of her,
as
out
she
of her
was getting
natural, out
up.
of her. I mean, excuse me.
Unbelievable. Dom Irrera playing at Punchline and Lowrider Band. Guys, thanks for coming in this morning.
Yoshi's.
Yoshi's.
San Francisco.
Where you gonna be,
Yoshi's.
Dom?
I'll be at the
And
Punchline in Embarcadero Center.
Oh,
All right.
I'm
Great
down there to
club.
Give me a punch.
We want to just we'd like to just give a little shout out right quick. If you'd like to stay in contact with us, come to lowriderband.com.
you know what? We'll put a link on our webpage for
Yeah,
you.
do it in MySpace,
Okay?
Lowrider. And if you want to talk about future visits and dates, talk to Mr. Frazier at MrFrazier.com.
Mr. Frazier.
Yeah, not Frankenstein.
Dom?
Even his voice sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
Even
does,
his
doesn't
speaking
it?
voice sounds like a great singer. What?
Did you have a website you want to?
Oh, DomIrrera.com. And my ex-wife writes back, so it's not me. But
All right, guys, thanks for coming in.
It's going to be a great weekend
Hey,
in the
guys-
city with Dom Irrera, the Lowrider Band.
what are we gonna do now, guys? Come on, the 6 of us. Let's go.
Get drunk now.
Go
We're
ahead.
going to go look for those 75-year-old groupies for the band.
Lamont and Tonelli. Weekday mornings 5 to 10 on 107.7 The Bone.